day today. So hopefully focusing on everything that drives your energy today, okay? Um, Now today, I just wanted to give a little channel message. Um, this channel actually came through Saturday evening. Well, it was like 11, 12 o'clock at night on Saturday, or if you consider that Sunday too. But yeah, so um in regards to alcohol and spirituality. Now, usually a lot of spiritual teachers, they will say that they don't agree with using alcohol or partaking in alcohol within being spiritual and things like that. Or, you know, some of the people who are more masters, they don't use alcohol or marijuana or any of those um, openers. I want to say I would like to call them openers versus drugs. Okay, drugs to me is more man-made lab thing. You know, a pharmaceutical medication is more of a drug to me than these things. Okay, but all of these things in nature have been created to help us. You know, and even with alcohol, even though they tend to not like to use it in some spiritual factions, it actually has a purpose. It has a purpose, as everything has a purpose, you know. And so yeah, I just wanted to go into that purpose of why this creation actually is necessary, can actually help to heal. Yes, I did say that alcohol can actually help to heal. Okay. Now this channel message came through from my higher self. I've been channeling from my higher self for about 2 years now. A while back, some of the channels and things, they had stopped coming in, and that's because I stopped putting it out. And the thing is, when you get these type of channel messages from higher self, from Galactus, from angelics, whatever it is you're getting these messages from, if you don't put them out, you'll stop getting them, because it's a gift to get them. So when you get something, you have to put it back out to keep receiving, you know, like a battery. A battery, it takes in energy and it puts out energy too. So in order for that battery to keep working, that cycle has to continue, right? So same thing. You get those channel messages, got to continue to put them out, because you're not getting them just for you. You're getting them for everyone, or anyone who needs it, basically. Okay. So got to continue to do that. So I'm here doing that. And honestly, it was some things that happened where I had to stop, but I am out of that cycle. I am healed. And I am ready to give messages now. I'm so ready, so ready. And yeah. So I did write it down, so I'm gonna be reading, because it was a pretty long channel. Not something that I could just remember. And usually with channel messages, it's not something that just comes from your conscience. It comes from your subconscious a lot of times, or I would say my higher self. You know, so it's coming from not just the me that you're speaking to right now, but a higher form of myself. If those of you who don't know what higher self is in that nature. Okay, and yeah. And so, like I was saying, these different things like marijuana and things, they have all been created to help heal us if we use them in the correct way, you know? And so that is the issue, basically, just being able to know when, where, and how to use it to benefit you, instead of using it to keep you stuck, in a sense, you know, or using it to cope. Okay. It's better to use it to heal than to cope, because coping means that you're not actually dealing with the problem. That means you're actually trying to bury it up under the use of these different things, and with that intent, because everything is intent, with that intent, that actually does more harm than good, because these things that get buried, they have to come back to the surface. You know, they tend to come back to the surface, and when they come back to the surface, usually the lesson that we have to learn becomes a little bit harder than it did the first time, the second time, or even third time it came around, you know, because we have to heal. And if we don't, that's going to do more damage to us. And so our divine selves will send the same lesson back in a more difficult situation. So you are forced to heal this. And so you are forced to rise out of your situation, okay, in a sense. But then again, you still do have that choice, because we do live here on earth where this is a choice planet. We have the choice whether or not we are going to rise or not. So that's why we have to go through these things that send us into that negative spiral, that downward spiral, that depression, those events that are more unfavorable to us, because with our souls we learn through opposites. We learn through polarities. And so when we are in that one polarity where it's all just negative craziness and all that, and we get tired of it, what's going to happen is our soul, our spirit, our consciousness is going to be ready to shoot to that other end of the polarity, which is more something favorable, a love, joy, understanding, understanding, within ourselves. And so that polarity thing, it has to happen. So that negative thing, these have to happen, but because that's how we learn that that's not actually what we want. And if we don't have these experiences, because experience is the only teacher, if we don't have these experiences, we won't have the actual understanding, overstanding, and understanding that we actually don't want that, or it was something that's unfavorable to us. Okay. And soon as we get that, then we are ready to go to the other end. And once we get to the other end, then we can find balance. Okay. Because balance is in between the two polarities, right? So that's the balance. But you have to kind of experience both to know what balance truly is. And you have to kind of experience both to know where you want to lie within that line. Within that line, within that timeline. Even though time is a cycle, even though time occurs in cycles, time is not linear, it's cyclical. But for this particular message, when you want to know balance, you have to experience both ends. You got to. And so, most people who go through, will have marijuana, things like that, that takes you to the more higher points. Alcohol, it takes you to the more lower points. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this channel message. Everything that has been created has been done so to use as an evolutionary tool or a healing tool. Take alcohol, for instance. Most individuals that indulge in spirituality deeply or reside in the higher realms or the higher chakras of spirituality tend to not indulge in alcoholic beverages. From my experience, everything has a reason for its existence and can be used as a tool to assist in healing oneself. When people drink alcohol and become angry or emotional, this is because when indulging in alcohol, they are retreating their energy down into their root chakras. And this is where all of the trauma, turmoil, and issues that they may have faced in younger or previous years has been stored. These are our roots. And with the assistance of the alcohol, all of these stored issues begin to come to the surface emotionally. This is done divinely so that a person can actually see what is triggering them to feel the emotions that they feel, so that they may be healed and cleared. The issue is that most people get so inebriated that they are not aware of what is happening with them. They cannot see when these issues and circumstances are coming up or why they are being brought to the surface in their lives, if they can even remember what occurred. After indulging in alcoholic beverages, when you begin to pay more attention to how your body reacts to certain things and the triggers that occur when indulging in certain practices, then one can begin to heal themselves and stop themselves from cycling back into those trigger points. And then one won't have to retreat back down that same road again to gain the knowledge, understanding, overstanding, and understanding and wisdom necessary to carry themselves forth into a better and brighter future. Remember, moderation is key in all things. Hashtag awareness of self. Yes, so basically, everything is here for a reason, you know? So it's basically how we use it, which is the most important when it comes to healing. We have to know how, when, where, and why to use these things so that we can be healed and we're not putting ourselves back into the same cycles and keeping ourselves stuck. Okay, because we do have a choice. We have a choice whether we rise, whether we fall, whether we stay stagnant. We have that choice. So choose to rise higher. Choose to be great. Choose to use these modalities to help you rather than condemn you, you know? And when it comes to, you know, those more masterful or masters who don't indulge, they don't indulge because they're in a place of balance where they don't need to because they've healed all those triggers, you know? And so they can get themselves to a point of being stable without the use of anything outside of themselves. And that is the goal, ladies and gentlemen. That is the goal within spirituality, to be able to get to that point where you don't need anything outside of yourself to get you to that point. But until you get there, nature has provided us with so many different things that we can use to help heal ourselves. We just have to use them as such. And that is the message. So I hope it reached someone. Hope it helped someone. So when it came through for me, I was like, wow, yeah, that sounds about right, right? So yeah. And I wish everyone so much peace, love, and balance. I did not introduce myself in the beginning. I'm sorry. I was so excited about sharing this message because I was supposed to do it a couple of days ago, and life kept happening. But here to share now, and I am Lady I, but you can call me I, and that is I with an A, of course. And I wish you so much peace, love, balance, and prosperity on your journeys. If you do have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to let me know, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I wish you so much peace, so much love, so much love. And I know I just said that, but for some reason I feel like I needed to say it again. So I'm saying it again. And I love you. I love you. If no one has told you today, I love you from the bottom of my heart unconditionally. I do. Okay. And please go in peace. Go in peace. And I'll be coming back again with some more messages within the different things outside of ourselves, the different herbs and things like that that we can use to heal ourselves, and what they actually do when we indulge in them or indulge in the use of them. Okay. So I love you once again, and I will come back very, very soon. Take care. Peace.